Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. And today we're going to be talking about Raya and the Last Dragon, the first Disney movie to be released theatrically since last year's Onward, which coincidentally enough came out the exact same weekend. So that's a fun fact for you. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. When compared to all the pandemic movies we've gotten since August, this is without a doubt one of the biggest ones when it comes to budget and anticipation and just overall blockbuster feel. I mean, the only movies we've really gotten that from are Tenet, Wonder Woman 1984. That's about it. I mean, Crudes 2 and Tom and Jerry, not really. But yeah, Raya in normal times could have definitely been a blockbuster, no question about it. It has the potential to be a blockbuster. So the fact that we have a blockbuster esque movie in the marketplace is good. It's good. It means people are willing to watch it more than all these smaller movies or mid budget movies. So I consider that a pro. Another pro is that Disney animation. If we ignore all the live action garbage they've been spewing out for what feels like decades at this point, um, when it comes to their animation department, it's not so bad. Especially since, well, some say Princess and the Frog, but I think the Disney Renaissance 2.0 really didn't truly kick off until Tangled in 2010. After that, they were on fire. You had Tangled, you had Wreck-It Ralph, the first Frozen, Big Hero 6, Zootopia, Moana. All fantastic movies. I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph 2. I heard it's kind of bad. I saw Frozen 2. It was okay-ish, but I wouldn't recommend it. But I heard this is closer to um the previous movies I mentioned, your Tangles, your Wreck-It Ralphs, Frozen, Big Hero 6s. Well, actually more like Big Hero 6 in a way because this is a more actiony movie. There's no songs, there's no musical numbers, which I'm glad. It's good to not have a Disney movie that has songs in it. Well, it has songs in it, but all the characters aren't singing all the time. So that's a nice change of pace. So, yeah. Obviously, the Disney animation brand still being very strong, even though their sequels aren't the greatest and honestly shouldn't have been made in the first place. But when it comes to their original content, A tier. Fantastic. So, yeah, definite pro. Another pro movie has very strong reviews. Now, I know when it comes to Disney movies, a lot of people say, all of these reviews are getting paid off or something. With Mulan 2020, I can see that 100%. That those reviews felt really fake considering everything that Mulan 2020 was and how awful it is in terms of, critically and ethically. Raya doesn't with Raya it feels a lot more genuine. Like the love for it is a lot more real. It's not as fake as it was for Mulan. Well, there really was no love for Mulan. It was only like the critics, and that's it. Everyone else hated it. I refuse to watch it because I know it will be bad, and also because of all the crap that went down with it. But we're not talking about that. I've talked about Mulan way too much on this channel anyway. So yeah, obviously, Raya has strong reviews, so that's obviously a pro. Another pro. Well, there's the New York City theaters being reopened. New York City being one of the biggest markets in America. It's them in LA. I've heard rumblings that LA will reopen like a month or so, or at least start to reopen. So, yeah, having New York City open only means good things. Theoretically, it means good things. for the box office. So, yeah, also another pro. Uh, Cons. Time to talk about the elephant in the room. And that elephant's name is Disney Plus. So this movie has a rather interesting release strategy. It is similar to the HBO Max experiment, where with Warner Brothers, they're releasing all their movies this year on HBO Max as well as in theaters. But the thing is, with HBO Max, those movies are only going to be on HBO Max for like 31 days, and then after that, theatrical only. Not with this though. No, Disney has a different plan. Well, actually, this is not the first time they've done the Disney Plus thing. They released Mulan straight to Disney Plus for $30. They released Artemis Fowl and Soul to Disney Plus for no additional cost. Yeah, this is following the Mulan route, where you're gonna have if you want to watch this at home on Disney Plus, you're gonna have to pay up $30, which I still think is stupid. The stupid amount. 20, sure. 30, no. Hard, no. Never. I will never do that. That's just, it's not worth it. It would be well, actually, it'll be far less expensive. Like, if you're going to watch this by yourself, it's far less expensive to just, all you gotta do is just go to the theater or wait till it's on premium VOD, or hell, just wait till it's on Disney Plus normally. That's what I would do to save all the money. But for those who want to see it like right now, I mean, obviously you can. But for me, I'm not gonna do it. It's just not. It's not worth it in my eyes. So I guess we have to see how many people are willing to buy this on Disney Plus. Will Disney release a proper number of how many people did it? Probably not. They didn't do it with Mulan, probably because Mulan was going through a whole lot of bad PR, nightmare PR. But thankfully, Raya's not dealing with anything like that. So, yeah. So the Disney Plus thing can be a huge con going against Raya. Oh, I forgot to mention a pros that family movies are doing way better in the pandemic. I mean, look at Croods 2. Look at Tom and Jerry last weekend. Those did way better than expected. So Raya should do the same. It should do the same. But the problem is, the con is that Tom and Jerry came out last weekend, made like $14 million, and now Raya has to deal with Tom and Jerry. And the thing is, both of these movies are family movies. Granted, they're different types of family movies. Tom and Jerry is more for like little kids. Raya and the Last Dragon is a lot more serious. But still, at the end of the day, they're both family friendly movies. When you have two movies of the same genre fighting against each other, it leads to box office cannibalism, which means both movies eat into each other's audience, and as a result, neither makes as much as they should. So, obviously, Tom and Jerry went out first. It had its weekend to shine. Now it faces Raya. And will Raya be affected by Tom and Jerry? Maybe. They could affect each other in a negative way. Because that's happened in the past. Well, sometimes. It varies. Well, actually, yeah, Tom and Jerry should be affected more because usually when it comes to like two movies of the same genre clashing, usually it's the newer movie wins in that fight. So Rhea will win that war, but it still might take a bit of damage as a result of the clash between it and Tom and Jerry. So that I can consider that a con. All right, another con. Do I even need to say it? I'll just say it. COVID, pandemic, lack of theaters, lack of audience. Uh, I mean, obviously, we're getting closer and closer to, you know, you know, going back to semi-normal times, at least in terms of the box office. I mean, Tom and Jerry kind of prove that you can. Things are starting to not be as bad as they once were, but that's still gonna take some time. It's gonna take a good 2, 3 months before things might get back to normal. Again, I don't know. No one knows anything. That's just me guessing. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the whole theater this situation, yeah, definite con. So overall, opening weekend, how much will it make? Will it make as much as Tom and Jerry? Hmm, that's hard to say. I think the whole Disney Plus thing might will definitely drag it down, but it will definitely do far better than the majority of these pandemic movies. So I think it will open in between Crudes 2 and Tom and Jerry. So that'd be between like, I don't know, 10 to 14 million, somewhere in that range, I think is reasonable. And then overall it might make like 30, 40 million dollars overall. I don't know how it will do overseas. We'll have to see about that, but yeah, that's it for Raya. That's my thoughts on that. And that's it for this weekend. That's it. All three of these movies done. After that, I won't be talking about a new movie until March 26th when Nobody comes out, and then March 31st when Godzilla vs Kong comes out. So for that 2 week dead period, I'm going to make some early summer 2021 box office prediction videos as long as those movies stay on the calendar. And if they move off the calendar after I make those videos, those videos are going to get deleted because why would I keep them up there? It would make no sense. So look forward to those videos. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage. Where I covered all the 2021 movies up to this point. I've also covered 2019 movies, 2020 movies. You want to check out any of those videos, go right ahead. Got the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out in a certain time but didn't. Oh, I forgot to mention Raya. That got delayed. That was supposed to come out last November. Then it got pushed to March, and then the Disney Plus thing, and yeah, that happened. So there's that. But if you want to check out, and I've actually covered, I think I've covered Raya before on the cancel series. Yeah, that was with the whole Disney Plus thing. So you want to check out any of my canceled episodes, even the two I just did back to back, 44 and 45. You want to check out any of those videos? Go right ahead. I also got box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. Recently, I've been doing double recaps. My February, March recap will come in April, although I am thinking about just delaying that and just making it a triple recap because April is just so desolate. I might as well group all three of them together to be fair because May at this point in time has enough content in it to justify its own recap video. Same goes to June, July, August, and the rest of the year. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if you want to check out any of my previous recap videos, go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.